are women safe around male politicians in India? And I'm asking you this question across political lines. We've seen multiple cases in the Congress, Priyanka Chaturvedi, Radhika Khera, etc. Even in the BJP stayed silent for months after the allegations against Brij Bhushan Singh. So we have a woman reservation law now, but are women really safe in politics in India?
I think women are equally safe or unsafe in every profession, honestly, because let's be honest, our society is male dominated, especially the professional space. But you know where women are the most unsafe? Within their own homes. If you look at data, the numbers are scary. Most of sexual violations and attacks come from people who know the women who are the victims. But see, I think every profession, whether you look at law, it's male dominated. You look at medical science, STEM professions, politics, every single thing around us for so long has been so male dominated. Our education has not taught men to be very respectful towards women. I don't think it ever figured in their list of priorities for the longest time. So much so that even menstrual education was given in two different rooms where the girls were shy and the boys were giggling, and I don't think either understood the other. That needs to change, and all these things need to change if we want to make society better and safer in every possible way, including politics. So we have to work towards that, and I say this, it starts from homes, it starts from schools. Education is where it all comes in. For men, they should never ever believe that they can get away with things. So it's not just sexual violence, it is also this subtle sexism which creeps into everyday conversations. You know, these gender roles everybody has been raised with. It's natural for a woman to be more nurturing, but is it natural for a man to put her down for those very same things? So this will change with time. It'll take a while to bring about an absolute and a positive change. In politics, I think everything is highlighted and put under a magnifying glass because of the media glare, which should exist. Nobody should be let off the hook if they are disrespectful to women. And I'm saying this across party lines. The case that you mentioned was one which was being investigated. You know, there was a process of law which was underway, but he was not given a ticket to contest again. Let's not forget that. Let's also not forget that when there is a process of law underway, we cannot every single day keep debating it and come to our own conclusion and do a media trial for everything and everyone. For the number of voices that spoke against him, there were also some that spoke in his favor. And all these voices need to be heard with equal importance. If it is proved that a man has done wrong to a woman, he should be dealt with accordingly. And whoever that person is, whichever political party he's a part with, no one should be forgiven. You cannot brush certain things under the carpet and show selective outrage because a particular ideology irks you more than the other.
You think that's what's happening when it
I
comes to
think that's
gender
what's
issues?
happening. Yeah. I think that's what's happening. And it's such a sad thing because there are so many debates and discussions on crime against women on television every single day. Unfortunately, all these cases are equally heartbreaking and we should be taking each and every one of them equally seriously. So, why is it that they get colored in party colors, in geography? In which party is in power in that particular state? How can that outrage be measured by which side of the political spectrum you are on? It cannot be. So, if I can speak out against something that is happening in Uttar Pradesh and I say this is absolutely wrong, must be dealt with very firmly, very strictly, and swiftly, why is it that I can't do the same for a case that happens, for example, in Kolkata? Selective outrage is not going to make politics or society safer for women. We cannot allow that to happen. Men need to take a little bit more responsibility, and women need to stop being selective.